Welcome to the countdown to Superman Legacy, where I'll be reviewing every mainline Superman film, one per day, until The Man of Steel returns to the big screen on July 11th. If you like Superman content and you like movie reviews, be sure to hit the subscribe button, do consider liking the video, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my reviews in the build-up to the release of Superman Legacy. And today we begin where it all truly took flight. Superman the movie. There are certain films that transcend their genre, that don't merely define a character, but enshrine them. Richard Donner's Superman is one of those films. This is not just a comic book movie, it is the blueprint, a cinematic miracle. And even now, nearly half a century later, it remains one of the most timeless and influential superhero films ever made. Let's start with the elephant in the cape. Christopher Reeve. Casting directors talk about owning a role. Reeve didn't own Superman. He became him. With an effortless charm and steely gravitas, Reeve pulls off the impossible. He makes us believe that bumbling, stammering Clark Kent could convincingly be overlooked as the same man who turns back time. That duality, the quiet awkwardness of Clark versus the messianic hope of Superman, has never been better portrayed. There's no wink to the camera, no trace of self-satisfaction, just sincerity. Reeve imbues Superman with humility and heart, and his performance is so iconic, so pure, that frankly every actor since who has stepped into this role has had to live in his shadow and deal with the baggage of being compared to him. And his chemistry with Margot Kidder, electric. Their dynamic is fast-paced, romantic, and full of the kind of screwball energy that made classic Hollywood sparkle. Kidder's Lois Lane is witty, daring, and a genuine match for Superman. She's not just a damsel, she's a partner. Their scenes together have a warmth that's rarely replicated in superhero cinema, and the "can you read my mind" sequence, as dated as it may seem now, is pure movie magic. Then there's Marlon Brando. For me, his casting as Jor-El was a masterstroke. Yeah, maybe a little indulgent, a little showy, but utterly perfect in lending a mythic, almost Shakespearean weight to the opening of the film. His performance sets the tone. This isn't a joke and it isn't a gimmick. It's a story of legacy, destiny, and identity. That opening on Krypton, even now, still feels grand and still feels important. But now let's talk about Lex Luthor. Gene Hackman is a phenomenal actor, full stop. But this Lex Luthor, man, it has not aged well. And I know this might be an unpopular opinion. I understand that in the 1970s, coming off the camp of the Adam West Batman series, a more comedic, flamboyant villain made sense. But in hindsight, Hackman's Luthor feels like he walked out of a Benny Hill sketch. His obsession with real estate and his goofy sidekick Otis undermine what should be Superman's greatest intellectual rival. Instead of menace, we get mugging. Instead of strategy, we get slapstick. And while the rest of the film is so sincerely mythic, so earnestly heartfelt, every scene with Luthor drags the tone down. It's like someone spliced in a different movie. That contrast, jarring as it is the film's biggest flaw. Fortunately, it's one that's easy to forgive, because everything else is so damn good and so sublime. The score by John Williams deserves its own mention. There are themes that define characters, and then there's this theme, the soaring brass, the heroic fanfare. The music doesn't just accompany the film, sadly not this review for copyright reasons, it announces Superman's presence. It makes you feel what he means. It's auditory awe. And yet visually the effects still hold up well. You really do believe a man can fly. And that tagline wasn't hyperbole. It was a promise. And thanks to incredible practical work and seamless editing, it's a promise the film keeps. this is such a damn good movie. What am I going to score it? Listen, nearly no movie's perfect. This one does get brought down, I think, by Gene Hackman, but it's damn close to perfect. I'm going to score the original Superman 9 out of 10, and I think deservingly so. Superman the movie isn't perfect, but it is profound. It captures something that modern superhero films often lose: wonder. It dares to be sincere, it believes in goodness, and more importantly, it makes us believe in it too. Despite a Lex Luthor that belongs in a Looney Tunes short, this film soars. Christopher Reeve is flawless. The emotional core between him and Lois resonates hard. And the legacy of this film as a template, as a tone setter, it is a quintessential origin story. It is undeniable. Those are my thoughts on the first one. Be sure to join me tomorrow as I continue the countdown with Superman 2, a sequel that dares to get a little more action heavy, a little darker, a little bolder, and it brings Zod into the pantheon. So join me right here on the Silver Screen Dudes tomorrow. Until then, stay super. Bye for now.